सर्वेभ्यः भारतीयगणितं सद्रत्नमाला भागः प्रथमभागः इदं तृतीयं सत्रं प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। असाध्यसाधकस्वामिन् साध्यं तव किं वद रामधूतकृपासिन्धो तत्कार्यं साधय प्रभो। दोषः दूत इति भवितव्यं, दूत इति अस्ति। अस्तु परिष्करोमि। अस्तु, I wanted to show you one thing in the course website before I move on. It's a tradition where if we are studying a text, we recite the Mula Shlokas before we proceed. Taham atra kinchit पारायणरूपेण करिष्यामि। शङ्करवर्म महाराजविरचिता सद्रत्नमाला अथ प्रथमं परिक्रमाष्टकप्रकरणं मङ्गलाचरणं। श्रीपार्वत्याश्च लोकावनिधर सरिदाराम सान्निध्यवत्याः पादाम्बोजं गुरूणामपि सततमनुस्मृत्य मत्वारुणादी ज्योतिषशास्त्राभिकीर्णां विशदगणितसारोक्ति सद्रत्नमालां सङ्गृह्यैनां निकामः पिपटिषु जनसन्धारणा स्वल्पयत्नाम् निरुपाधिकृपादीन् उपासे क्षितिपीयूषभुजो महानुभावान् यदनुग्रहतो विदूतदोषः परिपूर्णाखिलमङ्गलो भवेयम्। ग्रन्थनिर्माणे प्रोत्साहनम्। श्री पौर्लात्रिवंशमौक्तिकमणेः श्रीकेरलालङ्कृतेः आर्यस्योदयवर्मणः शुभमते भैमीभूमिपतेः श्रीमत्सोदर रामवर्म युवराजार्याज्ञया तन्यते तन्त्रं शङ्करवर्मणेदमखिलज्योतिर्विदां प्रीतये। क्वेदमतिनिगूढार्थं ज्योतिषशास्त्रं क्वचाहमलसमतिः श्रीगुरुचरणाम्बुरुह स्मरणं किं न साधयति। संख्यास्थानानि 1,000,000 सहस्रमयुतं क्रमात् युतं प्रयुतं कोटिरद्भुतं वृन्दमप्यथ खर्वो निखर्वश्च महापद्मः शङ्कुश्च वारिधिः अन्त्यं मध्यं परार्धं च संख्या दशगुणोत्तराः। एतावत् पठितवन्तः। So I'm going to, I have an announcement to show you in the course web page. Let me show you. So this is how it will look for you. So basically last week I had told you that I had uploaded the PDF which I just showed you, but I think there is some copyright issues. We don't want to put that PDF here. If you Google for this Sadratnamala, you will get it on the website internet. So just download it. It's available on the internet. So we will just take from there. 1 minute. Okay, then that's one I wanted to let you know. Okay, so let's go back to the class now. अथ संख्यास्थानानि 1,000 इति पुनरावलोकनम् इत्येव। अत्र किञ्चित् संख्याः दशगुणोत्तराः ते तत्र नामानि कानि इति चेत् 1,000,000 सहस्रम् अयुतं नियुतं प्रयुतं कोटिः अर्बुदं वृन्दं खर्वः निखर्वः महापद्मः शङ्कुः वारिधिः अन्त्यं मध्यं परार्धम् इति पूर्वमुक्तम्। अत्र किञ्चित् पश्यतु। अत्र 1 10 100 सहस्रम् अयुतं नियुतं प्रयुतम् इति नपुंसकलिङ्गपदानि, कोटिः इति स्त्रीलिङ्गपदम्, अर्बुदं वृन्दमपि नपुंसकलिङ्गपदम्। अनन्तरं खर्वः विखर्वः महापद्मः शङ्कुः वारिधिः एते सर्वे शब्दाः पुल्लिङ्गशब्दाः। अत्र अकारान्तपुल्लिङ्गशब्दः, अत्र शङ्कुः इति उकारान्तपुल्लिङ्गशब्दः, वारिधिः इति ह्रस्व इकारान्तपुल्लिङ्गशब्दः, अन्त्यं मध्यं परार्धम् इति नपुंसकलिङ्गशब्दः। सो संस्कृते अत्र विशिष्य सर्वे शब्दाः तु लिङ्गयुक्ताः खलु, अतः तदपि मनसि निधाय पठितव्यं। So this is a very only specific to Sanskritam. So please keep this in mind. So any word you come across will have a lingam associated to it. Okay. So let's. Last week I also talked about the Bhinna Rashi fractions. अत्र दशसु एकः अंशः दशांशः इति उक्तवान्। एवमेव शतांशः सहस्रांशः। अत्र 1/10 इति दशांशः, 100 शतांशः, 1000 सहस्रांशः इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। तथैव 1/7 इति सप्तमांशः इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। 3 पञ्चमांशः, अत्र पञ्चमांशः 3 सन्ति, अतः 3 पञ्चमांशः इति तस्य नामकरणं। 16 षष्टांशः, षष्ट्यंशः, 16 षष्ट्यंशः, 16 षष्ट्यंशः, 10 द्वादशांशाः, 10 द्वादशांशाः, अनन्तरं सत्रयंशौ द्वौ, अत्र त्रयंशः अस्ति, तत् सत्रयंशौ द्वौ इति अत्र मिक्स्ड् फ्राक्षन् इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। सत्रयंशौ द्वौ इति। एतत् किमर्थं वदामि इति चेत् यदि वयं पठामः ग्रन्थान् पठामः, तत्र एवं भवति चेत् अस्माकं मनसि भ्रमः न भवतु इति कृत्वा सत्रयांशौ द्वौ इति। एतावत् एतत् सर्वम् अस्माभिः ज्ञातव्यं। So we should know all these things to read the books. Otherwise, we will be stuck there. How they are representing numbers in words, because most of the books are either in verse form or in prose form, but they will never write numbers much. So these kind of things are very useful and important for us to know. Okay. So इदानीं संख्यानां वचनं लिङ्गञ्च, अत्र अहं पूर्वमपि उक्तवान् संख्यानां वचनम् अपि अस्ति। संख्यानां वचनं लिङ्गञ्च सन्ति। तथा पूर्वमपि उक्तवान् सर्वेषां शब्दानाम् एतदस्ति। अतः इदानीं संख्यावाचकेषु किञ्चित् विशिष्य तदस्ति इति कृत्वा किञ्चित् तदपि पश्यामः। एक इति शब्दः नित्य एकवचनान्तः। सो वेन् इट्स् representing a number, नित्य एकवचनान्तः भवति। त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु रूपभेदः अस्ति, भवन्तः जानन्ति प्रायः। एकः, एका, एकम् इति त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु। एकः इति पुल्लिङ्गे, एका इति स्त्रीलिङ्गे, एकम् इति नपुंसकलिङ्गे भवति। द्वि इति नित्यद्विवचनान्तशब्दः, त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु अपि रूपभेदः अस्ति। अत्र द्वौ, द्वे, द्वे इति। So it is a no-brainer to say why it is nitya ekavachanantam, nitya bahuvachanam, so nitya dvivachanam. So basically eka iti ekamev सूचयति, अतः सर्वदा एकवचनान्तः एव भवति। संख्यावाचके यदि संख्यां सूचयति तर्हि एकवचनं, नित्यद्विवचनं द्वि इति। 3 4 इति नित्यबहुवचनान्तौ, त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु अपि रूपभेदः। 3 तिस्रः त्रीणि, चतुरः क्षम्यतां 4 चतस्रः चत्वारि इति नपुंसकलिङ्गे। 5 तः 9 पर्यन्तं नित्यबहुवचनान्तशब्दाः। त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु रूपाणि समानानि, परन्तु लिङ्गभेदः अस्ति। 5 पुरुषाः, 5 महिलाः, 5 पुस्तकानि इति चेत् 5 5 5 इति लिङ्गभेदः अस्ति, परन्तु रूपाणि समानानि सन्ति। अनन्तरं 20 इति 20 तः 29 पर्यन्तं सङ्ख्येयवाचकेषु एकवचनमेव स्त्रीलिङ्गं भवति। सर्वदा स्त्रीलिङ्गपदं सङ्ख्येयवाचकः इत्युक्ते किम् इति अनन्तरं वदामि। शतम् आरभ्य सङ्ख्येयवाचकेषु एकवचनमेव नपुंसकलिङ्गम् अत्र एकवचनम् एव इति अस्ति सङ्ख्येयवाचकः इति अस्ति तस्य अर्थः कः वाक्येषु सङ्ख्यावाचकः सङ्ख्येयवाचकः इति द्विधा प्रयोगः यदि वाक्ये प्रयोगं कुर्मः सङ्ख्यावाचकः सङ्ख्येयवाचकः इति प्रयोगद्वयं भवति सङ्ख्यावाचकः इत्युक्ते शुद्धसङ्ख्यां सूचयति इदानीं धेनूनां तिस्रः विंशतयः सङ्ख्या धेनूनां सङ्ख्या का अत्र बहवः धेनवः सन्ति धेनूनां सङ्ख्या का इति चेत् तिस्रः विंशतयः इति चेत् विंशतिः इति तत्र पदं विंशतयः इति बहुवचनरूपं किमर्थं तिस्रः विंशतयः इति षष्टि पदं षष्टिः इति द्योतयति तर्हि धेनूनां संख्या षष्टिः इति अवगन्तुं शक्नुमः परन्तु सङ्ख्येयवाचकः इत्युक्ते विशेषणत्वेन प्रयोगः अतः एव लिङ्गं वचनं तु समानवचनं समानलिङ्गं भवति खलु विशेषणस्य परन्तु अत्र नित्यस्त्रीलिङ्गम् इति उक्तवान् अतः सप्ततिः जनाः सन्ति सप्ततिः इति स्त्रीलिङ्गपदं जनाः इति पुल्लिङ्गशब्दः अस्ति परन्तु तत् बहुवचने अस्ति परन्तु सप्ततिः इति एकवचने अस्ति सप्ततिः जनाः सन्ति इत्येव वक्तव्यं न तु सप्तत्यः जनाः सन्ति इति सप्ततिः जनाः सन्ति अत्र पश्यतु मन्दिरेषु मन्दिरम् इति नपुंसकलिङ्गशब्दः विंशतिः इति स्त्रीलिङ्गशब्दः परन्तु अत्र विशेषणत्वेन इति उक्तवान् परन्तु विशेषणमस्ति परन्तु सामान्यं नास्ति इति पृच्छति चेत् सर्वदा तदर्थमेव उक्तवान् स्त्रीलिङ्ग एव तस्य विंशत्यां मन्दिरेषु इति विंशत्यां मन्दिरेषु इति विंशत्याम् इति एकवचनरूपं मतिशब्दवत् मत्याम् इति सप्तम्यां विंशत्यां मन्दिरेषु ब्रह्मोत्सवकार्यक्रमः अस्ति इति अतः एवं किञ्चित् एतत् भिन्न संख्याप्रयोगः संस्कृते किञ्चित् विलक्षणमस्ति अपि च किञ्चित् काठिन्यमपि अनुभवन्ति जनाः अतः जागरूकतया प्रयोक्तव्यः इति प्रयोगः Okay, there is a question. Don't we write ekeshu to mean keshuchit? I mentioned in the first beginning itself in sankhya vachakah. Ekeshu doesn't in that it doesn't mean sankhya. Keshuchit it means correct, but it doesn't mean sankhya. So in sankhya vachakah it is always ekavachanam. Okay, so there is a question. Can you explain tisraha vimshatayah? Atra tisraha vimshatayah iti vimshatayah iti bahuvachanam. So it is 3 and above. So it is 320s or 420s or 520s or 620s. So basically, it is you can think about this as a series of an arithmetic progression in 20s, right? 20, 40, 60, 80. But it is because it's a vimshatihi. In vimshatayah, it is 320s or above, right? So it's 60, 80, 100, so on. So how many 60s are? How many 20s are there? 3 20s are there. 3 times 20 is 60. But धेनूनां संख्या इति अत्र संख्या एवं संख्यामेव सूचयति न तु किमपि तस्य विशेषणमस्ति. It's not referring to some anything. So this is just शुद्ध संख्या इति वदामि. Hope that was clarified. Okay, so there is a question. Can you give another example and its name in Sanskrit for mixed fraction? So basically, let's go back here. So here you can keep so sa iti saha iti tatra sa iti tatra samasah tena saha iti tasya vigraham kartum shaknuमः. Idanim let's say it's 6 1/4. So 1/4 is पादः इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः. Let's say okay 6 1/5 6 1/5 इति अत्र पञ्चमांशः सपञ्चमांशाः षट् इति. यतोहि षट् इति शब्दः सर्वदा बहुवचनान्तः. अतः पञ्चमांशाः षट् सपञ्चमांशाः षट् इति 6 1/5. You can say that. I mean, so basically this is a template. You can using this template you can now make a lot of names yourself. Okay. So अत्र संख्यानां लिङ्गं वचनं च एतत् किञ्चित् बहु संक्षिप्तेन उक्तवान्. एतत् बृहत् विषयः अस्ति परन्तु एवं किञ्चित् मनसि निधाय वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. This is not I don't want to spend more time on this these things because it's more lingam vachanam is not a little bit out of scope of this thing, but we should know this. Okay. Atra 1 2 4 1 iti sankhya. एषा संख्या अस्ति. सो एका एव संख्या एषा. अस्यां संख्यायां 4 अङ्काः सन्ति. अङ्कः इत्युक्ते डिजिट् इति अर्थः. दिस् इस् अ 4-digit नम्बर् इति वदामः खलु. दिस् इस् 1 नम्बर् बट् देर् आर् 4 digits इन् इट्. तथा संख्या अस्ति, अङ्कः अस्ति. अस्यां संख्यायां 4 अङ्काः सन्ति. 1 2 4 7 इति अस्याः संख्याः अङ्काः सन्ति. अत्र 7 इति कस्मिन् स्थाने अस्ति? एकस्थाने अस्ति. 4 इति दशस्थाने अस्ति. 2 इति शतस्थाने अस्ति. 1 इति सहस्रस्थाने अस्ति. Okay, so there is a question. Why is 1/10 dashamamshah and but 1/7? So 1/10 is dashamshah. 1/10, if you want to say, then you can say dashamamshah. You can say that also. Dashamshah, athava we can also say 1/10 or 1/10. We say, so it's a 2 different way of saying. So both are correct. Dashamamshah or dashamshah. Amshah iti. Parantu atra amshah iti kimartham atra bahuvachanamasti. Atra ekamev, there is only 1/10, right? But here is 3 times 1/5. Atah trayah panchamamshah. Atra trayah iti bahuvachanamtah. Atah atrapi bahuvachanamtah iti. Yes, so 1/7 can also be said saptamshah, correct. That is also correct. Yeah, 1/7 can also be said as saptamshah. Okay, let's move on. Atra ankanam vamato gatihi. संस्कृतस्य वैलक्षण्यम्. अत्र बहु मुख्यविषयः संस्कृते. संख्यापाठः तु बहु किञ्चित् कठिनम् अनुभूयन्ते. काठिन्यम् अनुभूयन्ते संस्कृतज्ञैः अपि. अतः किञ्चित् अत्र किञ्चित् अवधानं दत्त्वा पठनीयम्. अत्र पठनावसरे आदौ अल्पमूल्यस्थानकसंख्या ततः अधिकमूलस्थानकसंख्या च उच्चार्यते. कथम्? इदानीं यथा अत्र पश्यतु 5 इति अस्ति. 5 2 इति अस्ति. इत्यस्य पठने आदौ एकस्थानसंख्याम् अत्र 2 इत्यस्य उच्चारणम्, अनन्तरं दशस्थानकसंख्या 5 इति उच्चार्यते. यथा 250 इति. 250 इत्येव उच्चार्यते. परन्तु अस्माकं मातृभाषासु आङ्ग्लभाषायां च अत्र 52 इति वदामः. प्रथमं तु दशस्थानकसंख्या, अनन्तरम् एकस्थानकसंख्या. बहुषु भाषासु अपि तथा एव. तथा यथा 800, अत्र 800, अनन्तरं 5,70,400. अतः अङ्कानां पठने वामतो गतिः अस्ति. वामतो, you go to the left, start from the right and go to the left. So that is a very specific and very different approach in Sanskritam. So अन्य भाषासु लेखने या दक्षिणतः गतिः दृश्यते सा एव गतिः पठने अपि. इदानीं पठने वयं लेखने अत्र 5 इति लिखामः, अनन्तरं 2 इति लिखामः. पठने अपि तथा एव पठामः खलु. परन्तु संस्कृतक्षेत्रेषु लेखने दक्षिणतः गतिः, पठने वामतो गतिः इति वैलक्षण्यम् अस्ति. विद्वद्भ्यः अपि क्लेशं यच्छति अयं क्रमः. अत्र क्रमः, यदि वयं लेखनस्य एवं कुर्मः दक्षिणतः गतिः, पठने वामतो गतिः इति विद्वान् अपि कष्टम् अनुभवति इति तत्र अस्ति. कथम् एषः क्रमः व्यवहारे आगतः इति न ज्ञायते. शास्त्रमेव प्रमाणं. ज्योतिषशास्त्राणां शास्त्रेषु ग्रन्थेषु एवमस्ति इति कृत्वा तथा एव व्यवहारे आगतम् इति चिन्तयामः इति. Okay, so there is a taha generally means from. So why is this from right to left? So this taha, it's a very prathamika stara thinking that taha means from iti. Atra dakshina vamataha iti ekameva padam. Tad Tatha Vamatah Gatihi iti chet towards the left, going from towards the left iti arthaha. So it's not like Vama, Taha, it is not that. So it's one single padam. So in the Prathamika Stara, we always teach, okay, Griha Taha Agachati iti. We should start coming out of the Prathamika Stara and come out, and there are many meanings also. So understand that first. Don't get stuck in the Prathamika Stara. That's why we are reading a lot of literature and all these things. You start thinking that, okay, one word has so many meanings, and that is the beauty of the language and the richness of the language. Okay. Okay, so idanim tad samapya parikarmani iti agre sankhyanam yutiviyati gunanam haranam cha vargamule cha ghana mule chaitat sadhyatamam ganitam ahuracharya sankhyanam yutiviyati gunanam haranam cha vargamule cha ghana mule chaitat sadhyatamam ganitam ahuracharya. Padacchedah sankhyanam yutiviyati gunanam haranam sankana dosha haranam cha vargamule vargah cha mulam cha vargamule cha ghana mule cha etat sadhyatamam ganitam ahu acharyah. Okay. Atra parikarmaashtakam iti uchyate. Ashtakam iti te ashta santi. Ashta santi tasya samuha ashtakam iti. Parikarma ashtakam. Yutihi viyutihi gunanam haranam vargaha vargamulam ghanamulam iti. Atra these are your operations. I have also mentioned the operations here. I am keep restraining myself from telling the names of this in English. It's very easy to understand. You know the names of this in English. But why I'm not saying is, I think whenever we study Sanskritam, we should start thinking only in Sanskritam and not keep on translating. If you keep on translating, you will always be in that side of the fence. You will always want to have an English translation or some translation. You will never come and start studying Sanskritam in Sanskritam. So we are now we have embarked on a journey where we are going into reading only Sanskritam. So please, I know that I'm also talking in English here, but a lot of people wanted me to just give some explanation in English. That's why I'm doing it. So please come and make yourself comfortable with these kind of words. So that's one of the primary goals of this course. It's not that you have to read a lot of literature, but get these technical terms and know so that you can also start reading mathematics in Sanskritam. So that is one thing. The other thing is that there are a lot of we have to read this thing in Sanskritam, and here in this course there's no I'm not going to teach you fast techniques or magic tricks or something. Magic tricks are just something. A lot of people think that Indian mathematics is all a bunch of magic tricks and all Indian mathematicians are either Shakuntala or Ramanujan. So that's not the case. All early Indian mathematicians had the rigor of Newton and Lagrange or De Moivre or somebody whoever Western mathematicians names you know of. They were as rigorous as them. So, and they had all really rigor in their books. So to understand whatever they have written, we have to come and read Sanskrit in Sanskritam. So our first homework is also in that. So I will say, okay, let me take some questions. Okay, there are questions about negative numbers expressed in Sanskrit. So one thing I wanted to mention here is most of the Rina Sankhya iti asti. So, but lot of things which calculations which is done in the basic mathematics texts they don't bring the Rina Sankhya. Negative numbers are not much dealt with, but in this course later, if I have time, we will also discuss about Rina Sankhya. Okay. अत्र अनन्तरम् अत्र वर्ण अत्र किञ्चित् varna bedaha asti. So I have given different colors for different. It's not that I wanted to make it very looking very nice, but if you see the green ones are those ones which ink. If you do that operation, the number only increases, and these kind of brown ones, the number decreases. Ataha vridhyatmakam karma क्षयात्मकं कर्म इति द्विधा उच्यते युतिः गुणानां वर्गः घनः एतत् वृद्ध्यात्मकं. So the number increases when you do this operation, and vyutihi haranam vargamulam ghanamoolam cha, the number decreases when you do this operation. So there is a homework question also on this. Okay, now let's go to a little bit comparison of Western mathematics and Indian mathematics. So sthana sankhya. So basically this one which we saw earlier, sankhya sthanani. So this is a decimal number system. So this is very unique to Indian mathematics, and like I wanted to give a perspective of why it's so useful in using these big numbers. So let's go there. So in Roman numbers, you know, this is how they, in a Roman system, you might have also used it many times, and even still now in Olympics they use only this, which because they have their tradition, right? So basically, a lot of people say that we Indians are all tradition based. We don't come out and run these things. I'll tell you, the Europeans are much more tradition based, and they stick to their tradition, and they don't want to leave their tradition. But and they are proud of it also. But in India, we are not somewhere we are not proud of it. I don't know why about our tradition. So that's a different discussion altogether. But so Roman numbers. So this is how Roman numbers are written. So look at this 4, the 5. So 4 is they put an I after that a V. So this means that it is 1 less than the 5. So on they do this. And for example, L is like 50. C is century. C stands for century. So it's 100 and so on. So these are the ways they write numbers. So now if we write the numbers in this way, it becomes very, very difficult to do arithmetic operations on that. So Sankalanam, basic addition, if you want to do this, it's very difficult if you want, because in Indian mathematics system, you just take sthanamana. So you just add in places, right? So, and it's very easy. And if you want, I already told you, counting is just, if there are 10 more, you can just add one to the previous place and go on. Yevakalanam. Gunanam, Bhagaharha, this multiplication becomes very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Because it's repeated addition. So you have to do, first of all, you have to solve this problem. And then you have to solve this using multiple times. Solve this multiplication problem multiple times, right? The addition, multiple additions is multiplication. So this itself is a headache, and now you have multiple headaches. And Bhagaharha also this, it's very difficult. So this also tells why the Romans were not as they were, especially in astronomy, you use big numbers. So basically, the Europeans, they also call it a dark age of in their dark age. But Indian mathematics, only the European dark age was really the brightest age for Indian mathematicians. So we did a lot of advances in astronomy and all these things. Because large numbers were like child's play for all astronomers in India. But they were stuck, and until it went this through the Gulf, Arabic, through Arabia, they call it Arabic numbers still. Only after that only they really started opening up, and the real advances came. And of course, the advances in India started going down because of colonialization or whatever it is. So that is the point. So basically, just how you write your numbers will matter what all calculations you can make, right? So this place value system seems very simple, but it has profound implications in whatever computations we do right now. So basically, right now in this digital age, the computers do very fast calculations, and they use very, very big numbers. Like for example, cryptography, they use big numbers. So these big numbers are because of this place value system. The place value system is at the base of all these things. So you should understand that how important this place value system is. Sthanamana parivana sthana sankhyaha. Okay. Okay, so there are some questions. I'm just going to take if they're useful. Okay, so that's the question. Are brackets used in mathematical operations in Sanskrit? No, the brackets are not used. Okay, the brackets are just for our own understanding, right? Even in Western mathematics, brackets is not like only if you use brackets you will get to know. Brackets is some convention, so it's all like these things are conventions, but how you think is to teach someone is why you bring these conventions in. But otherwise, you don't, when you do calculations in mind, you don't put brackets into calculations. Okay. अतः इदानीं सङ्कलितव्यवकलिते इति अत्र पद्यमस्ति. यथास्थानं व्युत्क्रमेण क्रमेण यदि वा अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् अत्राहुः वियुतिं च अत्राहुर्वियुतिं च वियोजनम्. यथास्थानं व्युत्क्रमेण क्रमेण यदि वा अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् अत्राहुर्वियुतिं च वियोजनम्. पदच्छेदः यथास्थानं व्युत्क्रमेण क्रमेण यदि वा अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् अत्र आहुः वियुतिं च वियोजनम् इति. अस्तु, अत्र पदपरिचयः सङ्कलितम् इत्युक्ते युतिः मेलनं. सङ्कलितं नाम युतिः, मेलनम् इति अर्थः, सङ्कलनम् इति अर्थः. व्यवकलितं वियुतिः वियोजनं व्यवकलनम् इति सर्वम् अत्र एडिशन् सब्ट्राक्षन्. संस्कृतवाङ्मये संस्कृतस्य किं सौन्दर्यमेव एतदस्ति खलु. एकस्य पदस्य बहवः अर्थाः सन्ति. इफ् यु टेक् द वर्ड् सूर्यः, यु विल् फैण्ड् 100 वर्ड्स् represent सूर्य. आदित्यः, भानुः, रविः, एतत् सर्वं. परन्तु आङ्ग्लभाषायां तु सन्. इफ् यु टेक् सन्, that's it. You try to stretch yourself, you will probably find 5 words for it. That's it. But संस्कृतवाङ्मये तथा अस्ति. You can find hundreds of words. Hundreds, I'm saying, not 100 words. Hundreds of words. So basically now, and it's also Padyagranthaha Panti. So people are writing verse form, so they have to fit meters. So they have to find different words to fit the meter and all these things, and to also bring in some chandas and some alankara shastram to fit in some alankara. So they will find a lot of words, and so you will encounter a lot of words. So be ready to grasp more words of the same meaning, so that when you read the text, you will understand, okay, what is saying. Sometimes you will say yutihi sankalitam melanam iti vadati, sankalanam iti vadati. So these are just few words I am giving away, so for addition. So there are a lot more words. There is a homework also on this. So basically the whole point of the course is to get used to all these words. Okay, there is another question. Is algebra, trigonometry and calculus also there? Yes, of course. I already gave the first class. I told the first book on calculus in the world was written by a Kerala mathematician. It's Yukti Bhasha iti. Okay. श्लोकार्थः यदि क्रमेण व्युत्क्रमेण वा यथास्थानम् अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् आहुः वियोजनं च वियुतिम् आहुः इति. Okay, I think, sorry, I didn't get a question. In this class, we are not going to study trigonometry, calculus, and algebra and all these things. So this course is only about arithmetic. Okay. अतः पुनः यदि क्रमेण व्युत्क्रमेण वा यथास्थानम् अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् आहुः वियोजनं च वियुतिम् आहुः. तो श्लोकार्थः प्रायः स्पष्टः. यदि क्रमेण व्युत्क्रमेण वा यथास्थानम् अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् आहुः. अङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिः तावदेव. अतः वियोजनम् अङ्कयोः वियोजनं वियुतिः इति अर्थः. अत्र क्रमेण वा व्युत्क्रमेण वा यथास्थानं, स्थानम् इति जानन्ति किं, संख्यास्थानम् अत्र पश्यन्तु. युतिः नाम किम्? अत्र क्रमः एवं क्रमेण व्युत्क्रमेण, from right to left, you can do this operation in any order, right? So you can say 5 plus 1 is 6, 7 plus 4 is 11, 4 plus 2 is 6, 8 plus 0 is 8. So this is atra yathasthanam melanam asti atra. अनन्तरम् एतस्याः संख्यायाः मूल्यं किम् इति चेत् अत्र 7168 इति अत्र जानीमः। शतस्थाने 11 अस्ति, अतः एतत् 1000 10 इति जानीमः वयम्। अतः 7168. सो यू कैन डू क्रमेण वा युत्क्रमेण वा इति। तथा एव विभूतिः अपि 8 - 1 is 7, 3 - 2 is 1, 7 - 5 is 2. I've carefully chosen the numbers here. So there might be a question, okay, what if there is some, for example, there is 2 here and 3 here. अत्र व्युत्क्रमेण कथं कुर्मः इति चेत् कर्तुं शक्नुमः, परन्तु तत्र किञ्चित् क्लेशः वर्तते। अतः अस्माकं ज्येष्ठानां मतं किम् इति चेत् क्रमेण कुर्मः चेदेव तस्य अस्माकं क्लेशः न्यूनः भवति इति। So in the Leelavati commentary, Ganesha Devagnya, he brings out an argument saying that why we should do only in the krama in this order and not this order, because of lot of, for example, carry over and all these things will be a big problem. So he says that even though we can do this way and this way, because, okay, first of all, why is it like it is independent of which order you go? Because the point is यथासंख्यम एव मेलनम, यथास्थानम मेलनम इति एव अर्थः। You can only add or subtract from that sthana. For example, you are only supposed to add 4 and 2, and you should not add 4 with 4 or 4 with 0 or 4 with 1, because the shatam kati shatani santi iti दृष्ट्वा तथा कुर्मः। यतोहि तथा एव गणनम् आसीत् खलु। I had showed a previous thing that 1, 2, 4, 7, where I said that okay, 7 means there are 7 units. It's different than the 200s, right? So the 200s and 7 units they are totally different objects. So you just have to add sajatiya melanam. So you have to add only hundreds with hundreds. That's all it says. So yatasthanam melanam. Parantu, because counting is such that it is also dependent on how many units, how many blocks are there. क्रमः तु इतोहि क्रमेण कुर्मः चेत् किञ्चित् सुलभं भवति इति एव अर्थः अत्र। ओके, सो दैट इज अ क्वेश्चन। Okay, how is addition done when there is a carryover from left to right? Here it is, I have shown it here. There is a carryover from left to right. Here it is, I have shown this. So here you just add, and then later you change this number into a different number. That's a way of counting. I mean, this actually you can even leave this as this answer. That a lot of times we talk 1400s. We say so 1400. This is 1100s. That's all. 6168, right? So it is. This is a very valid number. But if you want to follow some convention, because a lot of people can, if you write like this, you don't know if it is 61,168 or something, right? So then we change this number into a proper convention, 7168. Okay, so here again we can do, so basically this particular thing, I will come back to this if we have some time. So in the book Vedic Mathematics, Bharati Krishna Tirtha ji talks about a very, very nice way of telling how to handle these numbers if they are. He uses a vinculam method, which is a very, very nice method. We can try to come back to it, and we will, if we have time in this class, because that I told you this is not, it is about Sadratnamala. I don't want to keep increasing the scope of this class. So that's why I'm stopping. I'm giving some things in very short way. Sankshiptena vadami. So I'll in summarized way I'm telling, and we'll go forward because I have to finish this thing. Okay. तर्हि अनन्तरं सङ्कलनव्यवकलनयोः वाक्यप्रयोगाः। अत्र वाक्ये कथं प्रयोगः भवति, यतोहि वाक्येनैव वदन्ति खलु आचार्याः. So they write it in word form. They don't write in mathematical form. It's not if you take a book and see, if you don't understand that it's a mathematics text, you will not see anything. Very few numbers you will see in a mathematics text. It's amazing that how people are writing a mathematics text with very few numbers in it. So that is the beauty of Indian mathematics text. So 4 + 5 9. अत्र पश्यन्तु, चतुर्भिः सहिताः पञ्च नव भवन्ति। चतुर्भिः सहिताः पञ्च, अत्र पञ्च इति अस्ति, चतुर्भिः सहिताः, सहिता शब्दस्य सर्वदा तृतीया एव युज्यते, अतः चतुर्भिः सहिताः पञ्च। अत्र चतुर् शब्दः सर्वदा बहुवचनान्तशब्दः, अतः चतुर्भिः सहिताः पञ्च। अत्र पञ्च इत्यस्य विशेषणमस्ति सहिता शब्दः। सहिताः पञ्च, चतुर्भिः सहिताः पञ्च, नव भवन्ति। नव इति बहुवचनान्तम्, अतः भवन्ति इति बहुवचने अस्ति। चतुर्युक्ताः पञ्च नव भवन्ति, तथैव अत्र भिन्नभिन्नप्रयोगः। चतुर्युक्ताः पञ्च नव भवन्ति, पञ्चसु चतुर्णां योजनेन नव लभ्यन्ते अथवा भवन्ति। पञ्चसु चतुर्णाम्, अत्र पञ्चसु इति सप्तमीप्रयोगः। पञ्चसु चतुर्णां योजनेन, अत्र चतुर्णाम् इति षष्टि। किमर्थम्? अत्र योजनम् इति लुडन्तरूपमस्ति। लुडन्तरूपस्य पूर्वं षष्टियोगः एव। अत्र भवन्तः जानन्ति, प्रायः भाषां जानन्ति। पञ्चसु चतुर्णां योजनेन नव लभ्यन्ते भवन्ति। अत्र योजनेन इति अस्ति, अतः अत्र षष्टि। पञ्चसु चतुर्णां योजनेन नव भवन्ति लभ्यन्ते इति। अत्र पश्यन्तु, 1 + 3 + 5 + 10 क्षम्यताम्, इट् शुड् बि 19. दिस् शुड् बि 19, there's a typo here. अस्तु, 1 3 5 10 च एते संयुक्ताः। अत्र संयोगः इत्यपि सङ्कलनम् इत्येव अर्थः। अत्र युक्तः इति नूतनं पदं। संयुक्ताः 19 भवन्ति। 1 3 5 10 च एते संयुक्ताः 19 भवन्ति इति। Sorry, so there is typo. That's 19 was typo. Okay. I don't know how I made this mistake. Let me correct it right away. Okay, I'm not able to correct it. Okay, I'll correct it later. अत्र पश्यन्तु, व्यवकलन। अत्र 10 - 5 दशभ्यः पञ्चसु शोधितेषु पञ्च शिष्यन्ते। अत्र व्यवकलनम् इत्यस्य शोधितं, शोधनम् इत्यपि अर्थः, इत्यपि नूतनं पदं। शोधनम् इति चेत् व्यवकलनं, वियोगः इति अर्थः। दशभ्यः, अत्र पञ्चमी विभक्तिः, यतोहि ततः वयम् अङ्कान् स्वीकुर्मः खलु। अत्र दशभ्यः पञ्चसु शोधितेषु पञ्च शिष्यन्ते। दश पञ्चभिः ऊनाः, ऊनशब्दः अपि अत्र। इदानीं यदि वयं समयं वदामः तदापि 15:15 इति वदामः। तत्र ऊन इति शब्दः अपि न्यूनम् इत्येव अर्थः। 5 दशभिः ऊनाः चेत् 5 भवन्ति। 5 10 5, 5 10 5। अत्र किमर्थं बहुवचनप्रयोगः अस्ति चेत् इत्र 10 इति बहुवचनान्तः अस्ति, अतः 5 10 5। दशभ्यः पञ्चानां वियोजनेन, अत्र वियोजनम् इति लुडन्तरूपम्, अतः अत्र षष्टि। दशभ्यः पञ्चानां वियोजनेन 5 शिष्यन्ते। शिष्यन्ते इति रिमैन्स् इति अर्थः, तावदेव। अतः एतादृशप्रयोगाः आत्मसात् करणीयः इति चेत् वि शुड् मेक् इट् अवर् सेकेण्ड् नेचर् टु अस्. If you don't make it, it will be very difficult. What is he trying to say? He is just trying to say this, but he is writing it in words here. So these kind of things, I am telling you, please keep reading this and understand this, how to write these. Just practice some ways. There are some exercises also in the homework. I'll talk about the homework now. So this is the thing. These are only few examples. There are many examples. So as you start reading, you will understand this. Any questions, outstanding questions? I just wanted to answer as they go. Okay, so let me stop sharing and let me go to again, I'm coming back to this. Okay, so I have assigned a homework here, if you are able to see assignment. So if you see, I have assigned a homework. So this is how you will see in your portal also, view assignment. So there are some instructions here. So basically, I'll just tell the instructions what I've given. So I've given 6 questions here. If you see, this is the Prathama Abhyasaha. So there are 6 questions. The 6th question is a bonus question. Basically, it is you get extra points of 10 points, 10 marks if you write this question. This first 5 questions are for 50 marks, and then the marks for each of them are given in the brackets. So basically, individual thing, if I put a bracket and write a number that, it's supposed to be the marks corresponding to that question. And then you will get, if you answer all questions correctly and everything is right, you will get 120%, which is more than the 100% marks. So you are allowed to discuss with your friends. So basically, there was another question that how can we have a discussion and have a Telegram group or something in this class. Just the official stance of Vyoma-Pathasala is that we don't want to have any platform outside of this LMS, this learning system, to any officially. We don't want to have anything out of this portal. But if you want to form a group amongst yourself, you can form. But I know that you don't know each other because there are participants from all over the world. I don't know how to get you all together. I'm still thinking of making a group of informal discussion group where all of us learn together. Actually, I'm also new to this. I'm learning. Just what I'm doing is I'm just learning a little bit ahead of you and sharing whatever I know. So I also want to learn along with you, so that the discussion forum is always useful, I feel. But somehow, unfortunately, we don't have a discussion forum as such in this LMS learning system. So I'm still trying to figure it out. So let's see how we can do to best. So again, you are allowed to discuss with your friends, but if you want your homework to be graded, you have to submit your own homework. It's not that, okay, my friend will submit on behalf of me, I won't accept that. Okay, so you may upload typed answers or scanned version of neatly handwritten answers, but please make sure it is readable. Again, so there is I wanted to make it a little bit more fun, because the mathematics course, I want to give, I want to encourage all of you to do the exercise. So late submissions will be accepted, but late submissions will have weightage. So this is the weightage. So if you do submit 1 day late, it is 90% weightage. So whatever marks you get, I will multiply it by 0.9 and submit. That will be the final answer marks. So you have 1 week to submit. So from starting today, today Saturday. So next Saturday will be the deadline. So maybe 7 days from now will be the deadline. Okay, before next class, I want the submissions if you want to get full weightage for your answers. So I've given 1 more week of grace time, where you will get at least if you keep on delaying day by day, you will lose points. So in 2 weeks, if you submit, you will get only, even if you get full marks, you will get only 30% of that total grade. So that is the thing, and I will I will give you the answers in 2 weeks time. Okay, there are a lot of questions. Okay, there are questions. The Telegram group is fine. So okay, so I think about, so I don't know how everybody can give you the thing. So there's a question: what if we submit answers tomorrow in today's class itself? I mean, 1 week you get the same points, 100 points. So you have time for 1 week. So please take your time. You don't have to submit tomorrow itself. But if you delay after, okay, so this delay is starting next week. If from next week, for example, if you submit next Sunday, not tomorrow, the next Sunday, you'll get weighted 90%. This is just to encourage you all to do the exercise. Okay, if somebody may think, okay, it's late anyway, so I don't want to submit. I'm just giving you some more incentive to submit the homeworks. Okay. Yeah, still next class, there's no weightage. Okay, so can we get sample answers? I mean, the sample answer, I don't know. So basically, it's very simple. The first question is Shripate Ganitatileke Paribhasha Prakarni. Atra etadasti Sadratnamala Keke Shabdaha Binnaha Santi. So I had even a slide based on this, something like this for different text. So you can just use this, and this Mahavaracharya. So this is Sankhya Sthananam Namani Vikantu. So this, okay, by the way, there's 10 marks. It doesn't mean that you have to write an essay of like 10 pages or something. You'll find that you'll use only 2-3 pages to write the whole thing. I'm just giving you marks. It's a math course, and I am not expecting you to write essays on this. But I want you to understand and read these things, and it's all very, very simple. So basically, the answers are right there, staring at you. So you just need to start reading this. My goal is for you to go and look at these verses and first get rid of the fear that, okay, I cannot read this mathematical text. It is very, very simple text. If you know a little bit of Sanskritam, if you are even at a basic level of understanding Kriya Padani, Vakya Prayoga, if you can read some basic Sanskritam text, you can read this. That's my point. Okay, so there are a lot of some Tika also I've given Tika Grantha. So basically Ganita Tilakaha Tilakam iti ekam Grantha Grantha asti. Tatra ekam padyam asti. Tasya Vyakhya api asti. So Vyakhyatarah atra likati. So from the Vyakhya, find out, write some words. Just read them and understand what it is. This is my point. And Bhaskaracharya says Leelavati. Leela, if you any mathematical arithmetic text, any arithmetic class, you cannot leave out Leelavati. Leelavati is such as it's up there, right? So a lot of people have Leelavati. So I want to give one example from Leelavati also. And for Leelavati, I have a commentary from, as I said, there are many commentaries. So Mahidara Verachitam Leelavati Vivaranam iti kachana tika asti tatha asti atra. Antaram Sankhya Vangmaye Brihatinam Sankhyanam Prayogasya Ekam Udaharanam Likatu. I have already showed, in the class I showed one from Mahabharata, which it's not seen in many texts. So basically you can, if you have read any text, there could be some big numbers used. For example, Valmiki Ramayana uses it. A lot of text uses it. So go and figure out if you have any answers. Write it down. This whole thing was for me to learn more. So I want to know. I know some. And I'm hoping some of you will give me something which I don't know. So that's my whole goal because I also want to learn from this course. Okay, so somebody has already created a WhatsApp group. So please join. I will also join in that group, or if you think that you want to have a more open discussion without me, I can also leave the group, but I will join the group. Okay, so hopefully I have given you what is expected from the homework. I mean, again, this is first time I'm teaching this course, and I don't know what people's level is, but my goal of this course, I want to go towards that goal. So I want to also bring you up to that level. I wanted to help you to come up to that level. It's not that I just give whatever I want. And please, I need feedback. So hopefully I will see a lot of submissions from this. Again, as I said, okay, so somebody is asking, okay, let me finish. So as I said, if you, this homework submission, all these things, marks is required if you need certificate from this course. If you don't need a certificate, you can skip this also, but I still recommend all of you to do this. Otherwise, if you're not getting much out of this course. Okay, so somebody asked me, can you explain the sixth question again? Samskrita Vangmaye Brihatinam Sankhyanam Prayogasya Ekam Udaharanam Likatu. So in the first class, I had mentioned about the conversation between Yudhishthira and Shakuni, where he uses these Sankhya Sthanani. So he uses these words Ayutam, Prayutam, Chaiva, iti sarvam. So those kind of usages, it's there in the Sanskritam literature, not only mathematical texts. For example, Valmiki Ramayana uses some of these things. And when big numbers, even Mahabharata, I think that will be used, which will be used in the Yuddha Parva, where there are a lot of big army, Akshauhini iti sarvam asti, tatrapi prayaha bhavet. So I don't know, you can go check. So basically there are a lot of the poets also use these numbers very freely. So because these numbers were in use. So if you have any idea of, if you have any studied any usages, please write them as answers. Okay. Chamakam uses Sankhya, but my question is Brihatinam Sankhyanam, not like 45, 50 and all. I want you to use Sahasram, Ayutam, Nirbudam, Samudram. These are big numbers. Okay. So don't write like Ekachame, all these things. So that's the answer, I know, but Brihati Sankhya. So that is the question. Okay. Hopefully it is clear. Again, this is how I want to go forward, because again, none of these are from Sadratnamala. So basically this homework is for you to get used to the other mathematical texts. So also name of this. So I am also writing the name of the author. Shripatihi, Shrimmatilakasurihi. See, Sarvam. There are so many mathematicians we don't even know the names of, but we know the names of a lot of Western mathematicians, right? Taylor, because they name the something Taylor series. I don't know. The Taylor series doesn't give any what series it is, right? It just gives the name of this. If you don't know what, if you're not a mathematics student, you'll know what is the Taylor series. It's a series, I understand, but is it some arithmetic series or what it is? So Westerners have this way of naming after people's name, which is I feel it's really not useful at all, right? It doesn't give you anything what that series is about or something. But Indians never had that. They had names. They didn't name things after people, right? People didn't even want to identify themselves with any of their works. So that's a difference of perspective of people. Okay. Okay, so let's, I think we'll continue the class. Okay, so I think we are already run out of time. If there are any questions, we can do. Otherwise, I will stop here. I wanted to do Gunanam also, but anyway, we'll take it. I'll take questions now. I think I answered most of the questions while I was in the class. But there are some raised hands. Should I let me unmute people? Ainavati. कृपया वदतु ऐनवती हस्तमुन्नीतवती नास्ति चेत् I will ask Jairam.
Yeah. I just have one request. Since this is the very first homework we'll be doing, and all learning, the process and all that. Is it possible to, I don't know, I mean, maybe not
extend the deadline you are asking?
So is it possible to, that's what I was suggesting, if we can give one at least as a sample answers, so that we have some idea of what is the format that you're
No, I don't know, sample answers. Okay, why don't you try it? I mean, the answers are right there in the question. That's what I'm saying. So please try. I mean, I can't make it even simpler than this. That's what I can say. But I know that by just looking at it, it feels intimidating. But that's my point. Like, you just come and read the question. You will get the answers right there.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So the question is, do we get this PDF in WhatsApp group? No, the WhatsApp group is an informal group that will die after we finish this course. But I don't want to put anything in the whatever the resources of this course will be there only in the course portal. Okay, there is other question. Madhuji.
Yeah, Namo Nama Guruji. Namo Nama. Yeah, mama ekam prashnam asti. Guruji, this answer we have to write in a sheet of paper, or like we can submit it in the portal itself, Vyoma Labs portal.
You have to submit in the portal, but you have to type it and or write it and scan it. So you can upload some documents.
That's what I wanted to know. Correct.
Yes,
okay, so
some documents.
Okay, so we cannot answer directly in the portal. We have to write it down and scan it and upload it.
You have to write it down. Yeah, you have to write it down. Correct.
Okay. Dhanyawad Guruji. Dhanyawad.
So, Aditi.
Sir, I actually don't have a doubt related to the concept you taught today, but it is that last time some technical assistant told that we could mark the audio submit. We could mark the audio as complete after listening it for at least 30 seconds, but I'm not able to do it.
Okay, please send an email to sanskritfromhome@vyomalabs.in. It is there in all the slides. They will help you.
Okay.
Lakshmi. Lakshmi has raised hands. And I think, okay, I will go to the next. I'll give Rajeshwari ji.
Namo Nama Mohoday. मम प्रश्नः अस्ति गृहपाठे कुत्रपि ग्रन्थेषु द्रष्टुं उत्तरं लिखामि खलु तत्र कोऽपि रेफरेन्सेस् आन्लैन् अस्ति वा एतत् सर्वे ग्रन्थाः how do we get references?
That's okay. How do we get it? Good question. You should have read literature. That's all. So my question is that if you have read this literature, please quote it. If you have not, I think that question you may not get much, but just try it. Basically, as I said, in Ramayanam, there is, I think, Dashavasha Sahasrani, somewhere it is there about Rama. He talks about also again the Sena only. So he talks about this army is there and all this.
Yuddhakande asti.
Just try Yuddhakande asti खलु इदानीं तत्र गत्वा कृपया पश्य दृष्ट्वा लिखतु तावदेव.
अस्तु अस्तु धन्यवादः महोदय.
Okay. Radhika. If I answer the question, please put your hand, unraise your hand, whatever. Put your hands down, please. Okay. Radhika.
Hari Om. In Valmiki Ramayana, in Kishkinda Kanda, when Sugriva describes all the Vanaras, so many Vanaras coming from so many directions when they arrive, that lots of so many Koti and so many Sahasram and all that, I remember having read. So probably
please write that
it's just
answer,
to help.
please. Yeah.
So
please write that answer. Thank you.
Can go through that and see. It is some 40 plus sargaha it will be.
Yeah, okay.
Mostly.
So again, I told you can discuss answers. It's very good that you're helping others, but don't just give away the answers, okay? Let people make some effort to go and read it. My whole goal is for people to go and read it, okay? So don't just borrow answers and write the answers. You're not getting anything. I don't care about, okay, have you got anything? I'm not losing anything here. But I want you to go and read. So this whole thing is to take the horse to the water, right? I want the horse to drink the water. It's not like, I can't spoon feed you. So I think that is it. There's no more questions. I will end this webinar now. So let me share the screen and quickly go through to the last, 1 minute at the end. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. धन्यवादः.